What's up? I've decided to take my talents to the law, but I can't do it alone. I need help. That's why I got my beautiful fiance, Rachel. Budding lawyer, genius, extraordinaire. She's got one of the biggest tests of her life coming up in less than a week, so I decided to take that same exact test right here and now. How do you think I could do? I'm actually really nervous. I have zero experience. The last written exam I've taken was probably 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you've watched me study for the last 4 months, so I think some of it through osmosis has gone into your brain.
Give me all the things I need. So I decided to get quizzed on a specific piece of the law today. I picked the funniest word possible.
Torts.
What's a tort?
So torts are something involved in personal injury. It could either be an intentional tort, which is battery or assault, or it could be negligence, slip and falls, product liabilities, if a product explodes or something, or chemicals and dangerous animals. So it's really fun.
So how superheroes are created sometimes?
Sure.
I guess there's nothing left to do besides just take this puppy.
You just gotta do it, honestly. You're gonna do great.
We'll see. Jack's big boy test. Let's rock with that one. 5 questions, because that's how every bar exam is, right?
It's 100 questions, but 5 is good enough for now.
So for the sake of time, I think we can only do 5 questions. A security guard dressed in plain clothes was working for a discount store when a customer got into a heated argument with a cashier over the store's refund policy. Without identifying himself as a security guard, the security guard suddenly grabbed the customer's arm.
Uh-oh.
The customer attempted to push the security guard away, and the security guard knocked the customer to the floor, causing injuries. The customer sued the discount store for battery on a theory of vicarious liability for the injuries caused by the security guard. The store filed an answer to the customer's complaint, asserting the affirmative defense of contributory negligence. The customer has moved to strike the affirmative defense. Traditional rules of contributory negligence apply. To be completely honest with you, I felt like I was reading the Declaration of Independence. I didn't understand a single thing I just read,
This one is a little bit more technical.
Well, since the customer was grabbed by the security guard, I think he deserves all the money in the world. No, because contributory negligence is an affirmative defense to cause of action based on vicarious liability. That answer sounds intelligent. Could be right. Could be wrong. No, because the customer should have known that his argument with the cashier might provoke an action by a security guard. Could be right. Could be wrong. Yes, because contributory negligence is not a defense to battery. Yes, because the customer did not know that he was pushing away someone who was employed as a security guard. I don't know the answer to this one at all. I mean, I don't even know the question. So you know what? You always got to go with the longest answer. Question number 2. Okay. A driver was traveling along a highway during an unusually heavy rainstorm when the roadway began to flood.
Oh, sounds like Florida.
To protect his car from water damage, the driver pulled his car up a steep, unmarked driveway, abutting the highway that led to a homeowner's residence. The driver left his car parked in the driveway and walked home, intending to return when the flood water had subsided. That's the most Florida shit I've ever heard. If this is happening in Florida, he just parks in a random person's driveway. He's like, I'll pick it up later, whatever.
Also, it sounds like the beginning of a horror movie. Pulled off into an unmarked driveway and you get out of your vehicle. You don't leave your vehicle.
Never leave your car, especially at night. Shortly after the driver started to walk home, the homeowner carefully rolled the car back down his driveway and parked it on the highway's shoulder. The floodwater continued to rise and caused damage to the driver's car. If the driver sues the homeowner to recover for damage to the car, is the driver likely to prevail? Absolutely not. You parked in some dude's driveway that you don't even know. This guy has every right to just freaking boot your ass off the property and let your car flood into the highway. No, because the driver intentionally drove his car into the homeowner's property. Yes. No, because the homeowner was privileged to remove the car from his property. Those are both correct. So can I pick C and D here? Because the homeowner was privileged. He's a privileged person, and he has every right to move that vehicle wherever he wants to. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but we're going with D. Question number 3. A doozy. A drug company developed a new drug, ZB, for treatment of Wegener's disease. Is that a fake disease?
I think so.
What the hell is Wegener's? Sounds like you have hot dogs growing out of your fingers or something. I don't know why that made me think of that.
No, I can see it.
Like Wiener's disease?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then your fingers. I get it.
The company extensively tested ZB for several years on animals and human volunteers and had observed no undesirable side effects. The Federal Drug Administration, FDA, then approved ZB for sale as a prescription drug. 5 other drug companies, each acting independently, developed drugs identical to ZB. Each of these drugs was also approved by the FDA for sale as a prescription drug. A wholesaler bought identically shaped pills from all 6 of the manufacturers and sold the pills to drugstores as Wegener's X. This drug had a long delayed side effect. Sons of male users of Wegener's X are sterile.
Bum bum bum.
One such son brought an action against the drug company for his damages. The drug company, through the wholesaler, supplied about 10% of the Wegener's X sold in the state where the son lived. It is not possible to establish which of the 5 companies supplied the particular pills that the son's father took. If the son asserts a claim against the drug company based on strict liability in tort, which of the following will be a decisive question in determining whether the son will prevail? Does the res ipsa loquitur doctrine apply? Why does this get Spanish all of a sudden?
It's not Spanish, it's Latin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry to anybody out there that just had to witness that. Does the res ipsa loquitur doctrine... Loquitur, thank you. Can the liability be imposed on the drug company without proof that the drug company knew that the drug had an undesirable side effect? This kid's penis is not working anymore. He needs help.
But what question do you have to ask?
Why isn't my dick working? That's the question. Is the drug company relieved of liability by the FDA approval of the drug? Can liability be imposed on the drug company without showing that its pills were used by the son's father? I gotta go with this one. Because that's just a cool-ass answer. I can't not use that one. Question number 4. A 14-year-old girl of low intelligence received her parents' permission to drive their car. There's so many things wrong with the first sentence of this question. If I was taking a law exam right now and read that first sentence, that's all I'm thinking about. Why did they give their low IQ 14-year-old the keys to their car?
Also, how do they know that she has a low IQ? You know, do they just give her frequent IQ tests?
They must have tested her once a month. They're like, let's just test your IQ, sweetie. Let's see how smart you are.
Also, what state are we in that a 14-year-old can drive?
She had very little intelligence. Oh. She had very little experience driving a car and did not have a driver's license.
Makes sense.
Although she did the best she could, she lost control of the car and hit a pedestrian.
Yo, I'd be pissed if I was that pedestrian.
If I was just walking with groceries in hand and some low IQ girl comes driving her Buick into my back, there's going to be hell to pay. The pedestrian has brought a negligence action against the girl. Is the pedestrian likely to prevail? No, because only the girl's parents are subject to liability. I don't know. I don't know the law. She's low IQ. She doesn't know what she's doing. No, because the girl was acting reasonably for a 14-year-old of low intelligence. And yeah, I mean, she was acting like an idiot would. No, because the girl was acting reasonably for a 14-year-old low intelligence and little driving experience. She doesn't know what else she's doing, you know what I mean? That's all she's got. So I got to go with that. I got to go. It's the longest answer again. I got to do it. Question number 5. The most generally accepted basis on which a court will hold that a person has a legal duty to aid another is the recognition by that person that there is immediate danger of serious harm to. Again, this is the biggest run-on sentence I've ever heard in my life. This is when you do one of these where you're like, finish exam.
Let's see.
I am the smartest man alive!
You did great. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I'm proud of these numbers. I really am. I never thought I would get a 0 out of 5. Well, that's all for today's video, folks. I feel super dumb. I feel almost as low IQ as that poor girl behind the wheel of that car. If you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more of this sweet content. Throw a like my way. I'd really appreciate it as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace! She's engaging in the adult activity. Look at this bait of an answer right here. No, she's an idiot. It's cool.
Well, then she should get one of those little motorized battery-operated cars. She should go into a real car.
She get a Little Tykes Jeep.
Yeah.